Hi there, my name is Dan. You and me are going to learn how to create a full screen background video website, both the video creation and building the website. Now there are loads of videos here like this one on my channel, but if you want more, check out my website, bringyourownlaptop.com. Hi there, in this video we're going to look at rendering or exporting your video from After Effects. So rendering or exporting, it doesn't really matter what you call it, it's the same thing. Okay, so what we're going to do is try and make our video at the end. Okay, and we're going to try and make an MP4. An MP4 is the most common video format now, it plays online, it's good for broadcast, there's all sorts of good uses for MP4s. So let's go and do it. So let's go to Composition. And let's go to Add to Media Encoder. So you can go, there's lots of different ways. You can go to Export to Media Encoder Cue. You can go to this one and go to there. The shortcut's great. It doesn't really matter which one you go to. Let's probably go this way. File, Export, Add to Media Encoder Cue. Now you can render this straight from After Effects. Now that's totally fine and it works a very similar sort of way. The reason we don't do that is that After Effects, while it's rendering, can't do anything else. You're kind of stuck waiting for it to finish. Whereas if you send it off to this separate program called Adobe Media Encoder, it's just a separate program and he's got one function in the world, is to render video. And the cool thing about him is he can sneak in the background, be rendering your videos, and you can continue on your merry way making new After Effects stuff. Okay, so that's why we like it. So we're going to go add to Adobe Media Encoder Cue. Now, it's a separate program on your machine. It'll start loading up in the background, like my one will eventually. Okay, and now, one thing to note is that it's going to be rendering the version that I have open. Can you see I had this first one we did, and it's got nothing in it. Okay, we can get rid of him, but I have this one open. Watch this, if I double click him, and if I send it to Adobe Media Encoder, it's going to render this one, this blank video. So make sure you've got the comp you want to render open, then go to Add to Media Cue, okay, and then it opens up. Lovely. Now, the awesome thing is by default, it's already set. Okay, it's going to be H.264, it's going to be match source, it's going to be the same as we made it, and it's going to put it in the right folder. So at this stage, all we're going to do is click play, and we're not going to worry about too much more of the details. Later on in the video, towards the end, we're going to get into some advanced stuff when we talk about codecs, and we're going to talk about getting the file size really small and all sorts of other stuff. But at the moment, this is all you need. Okay, to get started this is going to make you a video at the right size that you made it, at the right format that's really good and shareable, in a place where it's easily found. Yeah, it's lovely. The cool thing about it is, remember, it's in this other program called Adobe Media Encoder. It gets installed without you asking. If I jump into After Effects, look, I can still work in here. Okay, so instead of getting After Effects all tied up doing stuff, it's up to you. All right, speed. It's a pretty small one, so it's going. You can see it kind of rendering down here. Now, where it puts it is a little weird. Okay, so it's put it into the, it's a bit long, that one here, but it's on my computer here. What you're doing is you're looking for where you've saved the documents. That's the file that I was working on, my After Effects AEP is my After Effects project. Okay, and what happens is when you just hit play, it goes and makes a folder here with the same name, and it adds this _AME for Adobe Media Encoder, and inside there, that one there is my particle background. It gets its name from, if I jump back into After Effects, is for my comp. So when you're naming your comps, you can save some time by just giving it a name that you know you're going to use later on. So it's called particle background. Okay, there he is there. This thing here, don't worry about. You may or may not have this one. This is just a temporary file. This disappears later on. It's only the MP4 we want. This is just a little file that I like to check out to see for no special reason. Okay, so you're looking for the MP4. You can see it's 3.7 megabytes. Now double click it. Massive, I hit play. Ooh, motion blur easing, pauses, little particles fall, and eventually it drops off. Great, so that's my little MP4, and that is the basics for exporting. Okay, there's not much more to that. If you want to get a bit nerdy, you can skip along to one of the later videos where we go through a bit more, advanced exporting. All right, I'll see you in the next video.